Going to be playing New World. The game launched on September 28th, so we are remaking my character. First I'm going to do my skin tone, because I'm pasty white boy. Like this, I think. Yeah. So we are remaking my character. I could give him totally blue hair, then I would know that was me. Black or blue, black is good. Facial hair, we did have this, and we had a blue black. Eye color, I think we did this eye color. Did we do this eye color? It's this color. Features, I put moles on his face. I didn't give him any scars. I did give him this tattoo. I gave it in like a blue. Yeah, I think that's him. But his hair, it's not his hair. His hair was the braids. He didn't have that poofy hair thing going on. This one? Yeah, he had this. He had the tight braids. As you know, if you're fighting or you're in the woods, you don't want stuff in your hair. I could do Ellen Knox, but I'm gonna do Elias Knox, so it's still Enox. Yes, I know, I can't change my appearance. Let me make sure, 'cause I just made 2 lady characters on Western server, so I just want to make sure this is a guy character. Yes. So we're gonna go through the tutorial. That's what's going to be going on until I can see the map. Hopefully the map will be balanced. I'd like a balanced map. I didn't want like 2 factions dominating or 1 faction dominating. We are position number 1 in the queue. I am truly concerned that this server is gonna have queue times, and if that's the case, I will have to make another character. Okay, we're going through the tutorials of fighting, attacking, blocking, and rolling. And hold attack. Really powerful attack.
Come closer. Your captain needs you. Something wrong. I'm not feeling right. That devil storm. What in the 9 hells was that about? Need my box. You take it, you build rat. Come so close. It's not fair. I can't die. Not like this.
Take all of the items and equip them. Double click to equip. Double click to equip. We're just wearing our ratty whatever nonsense they gave us. We're gonna eat food. I have to try to remember to keep myself buffed. Because I'm light armor right now, I can roll, I can do my rolly things, and hopefully we'll end up in a decent settlement. I'm gonna hit him, roll back so he can't hit me. Yeah, and I was able to kill him, and he does not have loots. I do the Final Fantasy run over the corpses to get the loot I noticed in this game, and you do not do that in this game. The good thing is that you can dodge. I do like the dodging, rolling aspect in this game. I do like the climbing aspect in this game. Alright, we leveled our sword and shield. Excellent. Okay, I am putting points into... I'm gonna do the swirly blade one and commit that point. Okay, let's get out of this. We'll run up the hill, and it's gonna ask us to auto-run. When I first auto-ran, I just auto-ran right into a wall. See, like this. Because I didn't realize you actually had to steer while you were auto-running. I thought it actually auto-ran you. Sit back and enjoy the beginning gameplay of New World. It's the captain. He got corrupted and died and became even more corrupted. He's like uber corrupted now.
No, you would have been better off dying at sea.
Now, the first time I played this, I thought I beat him. I didn't realize that, you know, I died. So you kill him, but you don't kill him. You get a good strike in there. Learn a valuable lesson, which I don't know. I know my valuable lesson was, baby, you were born to floor tank. I need that as a t-shirt. I got the floor. Don't worry, I got this. Let's see if I can look at the map. While the Covenant has 4 territories, and the other 2 factions have 3 territories. So I'm really good with this map, because I was not really liking the chat that was going on. They were attacking their own faction, they weren't supportive of their own faction members. I just wasn't getting a good vibe. It felt very infantile. But, you know, I'm not here to play with infants. If I want to play with infants, I'll go play a different game. You know, where people are toxic, and... you know, there are a lot of games you can play where people are toxic. If you like that sort of thing, then over to you. Go play those toxic games. But I'm getting way too old to play toxic games. I'm encumbering myself right now. Where are we? We are not in first light. First off, I'm gonna grab this supply crate. Oh, I do see a pamphlet behind. Charity Douglas. And I'm gonna craft my things right away. I am going to craft my skinning knife. I'm gonna craft one of those. Yeah, I'm gonna set that as my active tool. Supposedly, you have the chance when you're crafting these to get a random improvement when you're crafting the initial gear, so it was suggested that you craft more than one. But right now I'm just going to craft the single ones, just so I have them. So now I have them, and I might make another skinning knife with hoping that it would improve, but it is 100. I'm going to continue to craft. I will craft another sickle. I tend to use those a lot. Not doing anymore, so I'm just gonna keep those two in my bag. Talk to Charity Douglas here. She seems like a nice person.
Another survivor. Saints be praised. It's always good to find a live one. That storm was fierce. Figured it would drown the lot of you. Oh, I'm Charity. Watcher Douglas. From the Monarch's Bluff settlement. And who do I have the pleasure of meeting today? This isn't the best way to make an acquaintance, but it's actually the way most people arrive here. I suppose you're still wondering where here is.
Alright, we are level 2.
You've washed ashore on the Isle of Eternum. On the good side, we generally don't ever age or die here. The bad side, there's what happened with the rest of your crew. They came back to life, but without their souls. The kind thing is to at least try and put them down for good.
We got some ammo, so I'm gonna equip that right away. And we also got shoes, so I'm gonna equip those right away. We have a 5.9 encumbrance out of the 200 that we're allowed to carry before we start walking like a shuffle master. Let's go defeat some drowned and see if we can get some stuff like herbs and more weapons to try out. Now I do know my favorite weapon is a spear, so hopefully we'll get a spear. Gonna attack this guy. Okay, he did not drop us any loots, but we're gonna stab this guy too. Now, I was watching something really funny. This guy would attack, then he'd hit the Z key. Now, Z is you crawl like this. So he'd attack, he'd do this, he'd attack this guy. Then he'd hit the Z key. Oh, but it didn't work. He'd attack, then he'd go down into the Z key. And so the thing would swing over his head, and then he'd attack, then he'd hit the Z key. But this one didn't attack like the guy. It was pretty hilarious, and I'm like, oh man, that's such a great tactic. We've killed the 3 that Charity wished us to kill. Okay, because we're in light armor, we can roll, but I'm not going to roll through the water because, you know, you can't swim in Eternum for some strange reason. You can drown in Eternum, but you can't swim. You sort of just walk into the water and just keep walking. There's no swimming.
No, you didn't enjoy that. But once their souls are gone, it's the most you can do for them. I wish I could say you eventually get used to it, but you don't. Not really. After everything you've been through today, you're probably starving, aren't you? I can show you how to make do. Get some flint and wood. Make yourself a skinning knife at the fire. Now that you've got your little knife, you can rustle up a meal. There's lots of boar about. Hunt one down, skin it, roast the meat on the fire, and that should tide you over.
I've started in 2 other starting areas. So this is the 3rd starting area that, well, of course you can start in, because, you know, starting area is where you start. So I've never encountered Charity. I've encountered 2 other souls. I've encountered a gentleman and another lady. It's interesting to see the differences in the starting zone NPCs. We got some armor here. Let's take a look at what we got. We got the pants, and we're still in the light armor range. Let's go kill us some piggies with our sword and board. I'm not a big sword and board fan. Nick Wiggins is over there skinning that pig, so I won't bother Nick. There's a piggy over here. Let's kill this piggy. Okay, we killed the piggy. Let's skin the piggy. Ooh, hemp! When I played the open beta, I had such a hard time finding hemp. Now whenever I see hemp, I'm like, yeah, oh my god, hemp! So yeah, I gotta pick it all the time, every day, when I see hemp. And because I have 0 skills in anything, this is gonna take forever to do. Plus, when you have a flint tool, it's really cumbersome, and it is suggested, and I would agree with the person who suggested it, that you upgrade to iron when you can. I did see herbs over here, so we're gonna pick some of these herbs, because we'll need those to craft healing potions. I'm gonna kill another boar, simply because of the fact that rawhide. Wow, he's a pig. He hit me. How dare you? How dare you hit me? Ooh, I got animal viscera. Excellent. You know, I found out too that when you fish, you have to salvage it. Like when you have old gear you don't really want in order to get repair parts, you have to salvage it. Well, when you catch a fish, it just rides around in your bag. The only way to fillet it is to salvage it. Do I have to salvage this? Protective reagents. So I don't think I need to salvage that. It just says discard. I could salvage these pants because I'm not going to be using them. So in order to salvage them, you're going to hit the S key and the left mouse button, and then you hit confirm, and then you get these things way down the bottom called repair parts. You need those to repair your gear. This little white line, it'll go down, and when it goes down, that means it's busted. See where these little pants do not have a line? That means those pants are totally fine. They have not become busted yet. And when you use tools, like I've been using this pick, the tool will get worn, and therefore you need to repair it. Ooh, level 4. Oh, we got peppercorns. When you harvest hyssop, you get peppercorns and oregano. Because, you know, peppercorns just grow on a hyssop plant. You get 6 attribute points. Excellent. See, so you can level while you're gathering. You're just not leveling your weapon. And there are no classes in the game, and so therefore, if you want to do any sort of effectiveness in fighting or anything, you're gonna want to level your weapons by hitting things. I can make a fishing pole. I'm so excited. It means I could go fishing. And I could show you what I was talking about. Make a piece of meat. 6 pieces of meat. Because Nox is an overachiever. He doesn't just do 1 piece of meat, it's 6. Alright, so we got cooking level 1, and this lovely lady, Charity Douglas, is saying...
All beach like this? Nothing like a warm meal by the fire. But you're glad you took the time.
I am.
I hope it doesn't seem like life is just a misery here. Some people quite like it.
So people don't die here?
Not most of the time, and most of us don't even age. It's something to do with the blue Azov. It's just not always predictable. Some age, some don't, some die, some don't, and some come back as corrupted or lost. That was a freak storm that wrecked your ship. It's corruption that causes storms off the coast all the time.
What is the corruption?
It's that nasty red stuff, kind of evil magic. Being corrupted is even worse than being lost. Corruption forms a ring around a turner and smashes any ships approaching, and any that try to leave. The best we can do is keep records of all the ships corruption claims. In fact, if you could scrub these ships for any keepsakes, the settlement will want them.
Okay, I'll accept that quest because they'll give me a bow. We're also going to open up the attributes panel, and I'm going to do strength, dexterity, constitution, strength. I'll do 1 in intelligence. Now, as I'm going to be a DPS, I'm not going to be doing a tank roll. I'm going to be wanting more things in my attributes, not my constitution, because the more things you have in, say, strength or intelligence. You need intelligence for rapier, not just for like magey, casty weapons. You wouldn't even use that for a healing weapon. You use it for life staff, would be using focus. That's the only weapon that uses focus. Okay, so I was going to show you fishing, because you know, when you log into a game that involves fighting, you want to see some sod on a beach in tatters with a fishing pole. So let me equip my fishing pole as F3, and I want to equip my little piece of saltwater bait. Got Nightcrawler bait, I'm going to equip that. Then in order to cast, you hold down your left mouse button, you're going to get a gauge, and then you're going to cast, you let go. Now you're going to watch this little white circle above my head, and when it will say something. Get ready, there you go. And you hold down your left mouse button, and you watch that little symbol in the middle. When it's green, that's good tension. It starts to get in the orange, you're going to snap your line. Want to keep it in the green, so you'll hold your button down and you let it go, and then you'll eventually get your fish. So there you go, you get your fish. I'm going to cast 1 more. I don't know how long the bait lasts, which is why I'm doing this for a couple times, so I can show you the filleting. So we're going to look for the get ready words, because that's hinting that we're going to have to hold down the left mouse button to fish. Here we go. Okay, I hooked it. Now my tension on my line, I'm watching that. It's okay, it's getting tight. Let that back. Release it a little bit. There we go. Okay, we got a small bluefish. Bluefish are a really nasty little. They fight. No wonder he was taking a while to get in. Bluefish are tough. We used to go up to near the Merrimack River in Massachusetts, and we used to go up when the mackerel would be in schools and they'd be swimming along the coast. And the bluefish just follow behind them and just chew and chew and chew, and they're just like chewing machines. If you happen to like catch one on your line or something and you're trying to take it, it'll just like chew right up your arm. Oh, we caught seaweed. I don't know what you can do with seaweed. I'm gonna stop fishing. I wanted to show you. Oh, you can salvage this. This can be salvaged into fiber. In order to use the seaweed, you're gonna have to salvage it. So you're gonna shift left click. Small snapper. This can be salvaged into food with a chance of acquiring fish oil. So you're gonna want to salvage any fish if you're gonna be fishing, and that'll give you fillets. Oh, and I did get some fish oil. That's the first time I've ever got fish oil, and I've fished a couple times. I haven't fished a lot. See, but I didn't get it that time. I just got the fillets. Let's open this. Ah, we got a shirt or a dress. While I don't have a problem with my guys wearing dresses, I don't see that for Nox. He's gonna salvage that for parts, and he's gonna equip the jaunty shirt, and then he's gonna salvage this. Now, the reason I salvage my things is due to the encumbrance over here in the upper right hand corner. I want to keep it on the lower side because it really hinders your movement. I was over encumbered at one point and I could not roll dodge. I could not dodge at all. I tried to use my special weapon skills and it would not allow me to use my special weapon skills, and it was just a nightmare. Chances are we're gonna have to attack these lost. When I was on the server that I just left, I had been wanting to go to Monarch's Bluff, and that had been one of my goals, but I never got there because I deleted my character. We have a territory standing, and I need to try to loot this. But the bush is in the way. Okay, now I can loot it. I got a cartridge, which is good because cartridges are hard to come by. So we are looking for stuff, looking for love in all the wrong places. Here's the stuff. Here's some love. Little did you know that love is like oxygen. Little did you know that love looks like a Capilli's coronation ship roster. So I hit T and it's right into my journal. And as I had told Kay, sometime I'm gonna do story hour. Oh yeah, cause you know, talking about story hour always gets me distracted. We can loot the supply crates. I'm gonna go into that hull, because you never know what you're gonna ooh, a fire staff. Ooh-hoo! Well, I'm not level 5 yet, I'm only level 4. Once I reach level 5, I can equip a second weapon, and I'll probably be testing that out. Actually, I probably won't be testing that out, because I don't see Master Nox here as, I don't see Master Nox as a ranged. I do see him as a melee. Monarch's Bluff, we are going to work on standing gain. Standing gain and storage hut capacity are the things I like to focus on. Because I'm a hoarder and I keep every little thing. If I can have a storage shed and not have to carry it around and barely be able to move, I'm going to be doing that. So we need to go this way, and you can climb these rocks. Rock climbing. I'm gonna stab this guy. I have not figured out these numbers. Now supposedly certain weapons do better against the certain creatures than others, and you can tell by the color of the numbers. I just haven't figured out what the colors are. The gauge on the top of my screen is telling me where things are. Those numbers are. It's sort of like if you've ever played Elder Scrolls. Elder Scrolls Online had a gauge like this. Ah, he hit me. I only need to collect the ship's manifest. That seems to be over here. So let's climb over this thing. Stab this guy. Okay. Oh. This way. Oh, there it is, right there. Come on, so you can get it there. Yeah, we got all the things, and we're level 5.